Hello everyone, I'm Neyah for those of you who are new, and in this video we're going to talk about habits that will train your brain to become more successful. And when I'm talking about success, I'm talking about the path of integration. When we understand that we are, yes indeed, spiritual being having a human experience. So as spirit we are unlimited, but we also use our body as a vehicle to arrive to our spiritual success. In order for us to have a healthy brain, a healthy body that will lead us to our soul journey more efficiently. If you want to find out how to train your brain for success, just keep on watching. So, when we're talking about habits, what I believe is first make your habits and then your habits will make you. Habits are just action that we keep repeating until we even forget that we are doing them. And we can talk about obviously unhealthy habits and very healthy habits. As I was saying before, I believe in the path of integration. I believe that we are souls, we are unlimited being having a human experience. But think about it. It's like you buy a car that has to last for your entire lifetime. You're going to take care of that car. You're going to cherish that car, and you're not going to throw it in a trash because that is the only car that you have that will serve you throughout your lifetime. The body is the same. Even the ancient Egyptian used to say, the body is the temple of your soul. So let's treat this temple with well-being consciousness, with healthy habits that will improve our connection to our inner guiding system. And if you want to believe also in angels and spirit guides and the non-physical, having a healthy body is the vehicle to open our chakras and truly communicate with this higher consciousness, with source, and becoming in alignment. So we can have a successful life. And I know and I understand the success is different in terminology for everybody. What is success for me might be different for you, but it doesn't matter because I believe that these habits will train you to arrive to the success that you want and living a life of spirit, but also a life of healthiness and well-being. So what are these habits? And by the way, I talk through experience because I know that words don't teach, but experience does. I started these habits a long time ago and I noticed an increased difference in my lifestyles and in the way my life developed for the better. And even my friends, while they were using these habits, they noticed an increase in well-being and also in their manifestations. So since I'm very down to earth, I'm a Taurus, let's talk about these habits that will train and reprogram your mind, especially your brain, for success. The first one will be a reduced amount of power on your mobile phone. I want to throw out there challenges called the mobile challenge or smartphone challenge. So 7 days of this challenge where you guys wake up in the morning without looking at the phone for the first 1 to 2 hours. If you can do 2 hours, that will be perfect, but 1 hour would be good as well for starting. Why am I saying that? Well, scientists have proven throughout the years that the compulsive use of smartphones can impact the brain in various ways. 75% of population of people in an experiment showed up that even when the phone was shut down, they were looking at the phone and they were having feelings of depression and anxiety simply because they couldn't look at the notification. And why this is happening? This is happening because the constant stimulation from the phone, whether it comes from email, from notifications, from likes, stimulates dopamine, which is a chemical produced by the brain. And in the brain, there are 4 pathways of dopamine. Studies have shows that constant stimulation from mobile phone, from smartphones, and the positive stimulation stimulates a pathway of rewards, of dopamine rewards in the brain. What this means is that we feel so much more rewarded and so much more happier simply because of the stimuli in the notification process. And actually, this stimulus of this dopamine rewards pathway, it's very similar to the effect of a drug called cocaine. The only difference is the notifications from the phone are not that much intense in terms of dopamine release. But still, that's a big wow. And it's not only that. If you look at your phone in the first hour of the day, your brain gets stimulated immediately while you are simply awakening. So the brain needs time to awake completely. And what that happens, it can cause stress, anxiety, depression, and it can also cause lack of focus and headaches during the day. So it's definitely not worth it, and definitely it's not training your brain for success. So the mobile or smartphone challenge, 7 days where you guys don't look at the phone the first hours of the day. And if you can, turn off your notification during the day and only set up, let's say, a time where you look at YouTube and you look at your notification. That will be great because your brain in the meantime will relax and focus, and you will have more time as well to do other things during your day. This is a suggestion, and I noticed a great difference in my life. I mean, I'm a YouTuber and I have notifications all the freaking time, guys. You just don't even imagine, through Instagrams and my site, my Etsy shop and everything. I have a lot of notification. So instead of just throwing the phone out there or using it compulsively, I understood that I could dedicate my time, an hour, 2 hours a day, where I answer all the comments. When I work for you guys on social media, I do lives on Instagram, and I settled this schedule for myself without using compulsively the phone. And obviously this didn't shut down my pineal gland. By the way, watch my video entitled Awaken Your Psychic Abilities to understand what is the pineal gland. And so my third eye is always healthy, balanced, and open, especially for the job that I do, which is a psychic channeling job. So it's very important that my pineal gland is healthy and decalcified. And the overstress and the overuse of phone simply doesn't allow me to do a good job of channeling, especially when I'm working for you guys. So all of this stuff really helped me. A short amount of use of your phone, especially in the first hours of your morning, without getting too much into conspiracy theory and advertisement and publicities that happens throughout the internet. I'm not getting in there. You guys can do your own research, but keep that in mind, that subliminal message and other stuff that happens through the internet and technology are a real thing. Now, I'm very down to earth, and I believe that technology is a wonderful thing. I believe that in 2018 and more in the years, we can use technologies and apps and YouTube and Google to really improve our life. But it's the way and the choices on how we use these devices that make the difference. Again, you have a choice. Choose well-being and choose to train your brain to be healthy and successful. So then you can communicate with your higher self and with the heavens and truly living the life that your soul chooses to live. Then, after we've talked about the phone, another habit that will reprogram your brain for success is definitely waking up and remembering your dreams. Now, if you're not familiar with what dreams are and actually how they really work, please watch my video entitled Dreams, Meanings, and Natures of Dreams, because I explain everything in there. But we know that dreams are very important because our unconscious mind never stops to process the information that we got on a conscious level and also solve problems during the night while we're sleeping. So as you can see, it's essential that we remember our dreams, or if it's not essential, definitely it's very, very useful. Keeping a dream journal is very useful. So how do we remember our dreams? By waking up slowly when we can. So again, don't look at the phone while you're waking up. I mean, You can look at the notification after 1 hour, after you've done your shower. It's not a big deal. They're still there. So don't worry, don't panic. Try to control anxiety, and I'm going to talk about how to control anxiety later in the video in regards to the phone and things like that. So don't worry, the notifications are there. You can look at them. But try to wake up slowly with the intention, even while you're falling asleep the night before, this morning, I am going to remember my dream. And the more you will practice this, the more you will remember your dreams. Because remember, everyone dreams. It's a matter of remembering the dream or not remembering the dream. But everybody does. And again, I did an entire video in regards to this topic. The third habit that it's going to reprogram your brain for success and having a healthy life and in a path of integration with your spirit and mind and body. It's definitely some breathing exercise. When I'm talking about breathing exercise and meditation, again, I am very down to earth. I'm not talking about meditating for hours and hours, neither for 20 to 40 minutes, even though you can do 30 to 40 minutes, but it's really not necessary in order to merge in alignment with source, with spirit, and in order to reprogram your brain for success. The only thing that you have to do is breathing. The breathing technique through meditation, it's very important because it gives oxygen to the brain. And oxygen is obviously something majorly important to develop success and having a healthy brain and a healthy body. So there are various techniques, even guided meditation. I have one on my channel, which is an angelic meditation if you guys are interested, but you don't have to use mine. There are many out there. But training the mind to meditate and understanding mindfulness and stillness, it's very healthy and will reprogram your brain to success. Again, you don't have to stress out yourself. You can do it in the morning, even if you don't have time before school or before going to work. 5 minutes or 10 minutes a day in the morning will be so beneficial to oxygen your brain. And so you're going to have a day of intention and a day of focus. What do I mean by having an intention throughout the day, which will be our fourth point? Having an intention throughout the day will reprogram your brain to success because you are deciding where your day is heading. And when I'm saying this, I'm not saying this in an unhealthy way where you're numbing out how you feel or you're stressing out positive thinking. Absolutely not. But I'm saying in a healthy way to connect to your soul and to connect to well-being. Like, for example, I wake up in the day and I'm doing my meditation. You know, I do my shower, my healthy breakfast, and we're going to get to that point as well of food and breakfast. And then I just set up an intention that it's very easy. The intention is I choose happiness today. I choose to be peaceful. And if I cannot do that because maybe I am sad for whatever reason, I had a weird dream, I'm just saying today is a good day. I have trust. I have trust in my angels. I have trust in my soul. If you don't believe in angels or heaven, that's totally fine. Just set an intention that resonates with you. It doesn't matter, as I always say, I don't believe I'm a spiritual teacher or anything like that, or neither a guru. I believe you can be your own spiritual teacher. You can be your own guru. So it's really about listening to your body, to your mind, and to your soul, and setting the intention that resonates with you, that makes you feel good, that connects you with well-being. That's what I personally believe it's a good practice, and definitely will reprogram your brain to success, whatever success really means for you. So another step will be to through meditation and breath techniques, like I said before, you are going to train your body to feel less anxious towards looking at the phone, looking at notification, or any type of anxiety. Because meditation, when it's done properly through an intention, not only it's a wonderful practice to merge with spirit, to be in alignment with source, but to really observe our mind and observe our thoughts. Our mind is a chattering, non-stop voice. It's constantly thinking. And that's perfectly fine. Meditation, it's not the act of stopping the mind to think, but it's simply observing the thoughts and choosing which thoughts to engage with and which other to release, or even just practice the stillness and listening to the silence for a couple of minutes. Then we can go to another habit that it will reprogram your brain to success, is eating healthy food that actually nurtures your brain and your body. Now, I don't like to stress out particular diets on my channel because I believe that we are all different in spirit, in our uniqueness, and also our body, it's different. So use a diet that resonates with your body. Listen to your body. What food makes you feel healthy? For example, green tea will be a great thing to drink in the morning, or even tea without caffeine, for example, or other food that nurture your brain and your body, a lot of fruit, a lot of vegetables. But again, I am not judging anybody. You can eat whatever you want as long as you feel healthy. But definitely eating and having a practice in the morning or drinking a little bit of tea, it's very important, because instead of looking at your phone, instead of starting the day with all your anxiety and things like that, you're just looking at the food and enjoying that act because you're alive today. And that goes to another habit, which would be having a journal of gratitude. You know, a lot of geniuses out there, like Albert Einstein, believe it or not, used to have a journal, a diary, where he used to write down all his thoughts. And I do that as well, especially because when I'm channeling angels or things like that, or I'm preparing a video for you and I wake up in the morning and I remember my dreams, I have downloads from the non-physical, I absolutely need to write them down. Or even having a vision board or a scripting journal. Everybody has their own style, as their own priorities in life. For me, the priority is obviously my soul, because again, I believe in the path of integration, which I care about my body. My body is here. I know that this world is an illusion, and ultimately, on a broader perspective, only my soul, my spirit is true and it's real. But I appreciate my body. I care about my body, and my soul and my spirit has the priority, serves and my alignment first, and then my body together. That's the path of integration that I believe. I don't need to be right, but I believe in this. So obviously, having a journal, when I throw out all my ideas and all my dreams and my manifestation, my plan, helps me tremendously in the morning to reprogram my brain to success, or throughout the day, making a plan of the day. What do I want to do today? Even if you are in high school, for example, or you're studying in college. I used to do that as well when I was a little child. I used to just program my day. Let's say I had to go to school first thing in the morning, fine, I will do that, and then go back home and I said, from this hour to this other hour, I'm going to study, and that's going to be it. That's going to be my time dedicated to study, and then I'm going to dedicate my time for relaxing or for going out with my friends. I had a schedule, which doesn't mean that you have to become obsessive compulsive about it. Just relax, but having a plan and writing down your ideas and inspiration of your journal really, really helps. Or even today I received a synchronicity, or today I receive an insight, a download from my angels or from my spirit guides. It will really help you remembering all those stuff, and will train your brain and reprogram your subconscious mind and your brain to success. And then obviously gratitude. Guys, you woke up this morning. That's really important. You are alive. And I know it sounds like super cliche to say, but having an attitude of gratitude for what we have in the present moment, really it's about prosperity consciousness, abundance consciousness. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. And the more we will show gratitude in a genuine way, in an authentic way, the more we will connect automatically to source, and we will live a life of alignment. Allow yourself to be grateful, and to be grateful also not only for the things that you have in the present moment, which obviously It's the first thing. But also to be grateful that you have dreams, that you have desires that comes from your heart and from your soul, and that you're here capable to manifest those desires into reality. Everything that you desire from your heart is supported by the non-physical, is supported by the higher consciousness, and it's just a matter of aligning yourself to that manifestation that I promise you, it's already there. Time is seriously not linear, especially right now that we're having a shift in consciousness. You're going to see that time, it's not about today, tomorrow, the past, or the future, but it's more about what am I experiencing right now and what is happening. It's going to happen as a next experience. Time is going to become the time of celebration of those experiences, and it's really not linear in that sense. So gratitude has an important role in training and reprogramming our mind to success, because the more we don't come from lack, the more we feel prosperous, we feel abundant, we are on a well-being consciousness, and what that does is abundance for our brain, and therefore abundance in our manifestation. Obviously, I do understand that we have to be authentic, and there will be days of challenges, there will be days where you feel down, but it's okay. Allow the feelings to come, accept them, and then decide and choose. I see this, I'm not numbing out. If I need to cry, I'm gonna cry. If I need to be angry, I'm going to be angry. That's fine. I'm not judging myself for it, but then I'm going to process my pain, process my anger towards something positive, because I know I can turn and shift the table on my side. Shift tables, I don't know how you say in English. I can shift the situation on my side. And the more you will train your brain to become grateful, train your mind, your body, and spirit to become grateful for the present moment, the more you will see that nothing is a failure. The failure is nothing but lack of action. And even in the time of challenges where you will perceive life as a failure, you will see the opportunity in the failure, and that will lead you to your greater success. Believe it or not, people that are truly successful in life are the people that never give up on their dreams, and especially they know how to turn failures into their greatest opportunity. So guys, don't give up and be grateful. You can do it. You can absolutely do it, and these habits will absolutely reprogram your brain for success. Then, other two habits that really help me train my mind for success and my brain for success is exercise in the morning. When I mean exercise in the morning, I'm not saying your full exercise that you do maybe on a gym or yoga practice, whatever is your practice. I mean certain stretch throughout the body, just move your body a little bit, because what that does for 3 or 4 minutes, like nothing too major. Or if you want to do your yoga practice in the morning, that's totally fine. But exercise in the morning gets more blood into your brain, and also it's good for your heart. And what it's good for your heart, it's good for your brain, and it's good for your body. And so the more your body is feeling the movement, the more oxygen it has to the brain, and obviously that leads to reprogramming your brain for success and having a healthy brain and a healthy body and mind and a healthy spirit. So exercise a little bit in the morning really helps. And then last, while you're not using your phone during your day, but you set up a time where you look at your notification, or you're simply using less, you can use your time to read books or to nurture yourself with music. You can listen to music that uplift your soul, or read a lot of books. Every people that is successful out there is a voracious reader, believe it or not, because knowledge is power. And when I mean that, it's because when you're reading a lot of books, you don't have to necessarily believe in everything that it's written down, but you develop a critique brain, a critique practice in your mind. You start to questioning stuff, and your brain expands not only in consciousness, because you're receiving more information, and you can process them how you want to, and you can create your own belief. You're not a byproduct of a belief that was nurtured in you through society. I remember when I was a child, I was a voracious reader. I was reading a lot of books, and I never ever studied anything in high school. I personally thought the school was really boring, and I was a fast thinker, and what can I do about it? And so I was never studying the things for school, but because I was reading, I don't know, ancient Egyptian mythology, and then I was reading psychology book and philosophical book, or even English novels. I was reading like there was no tomorrow. Books were my best friend. I had the highest grades at school without even studying. And I remember like in my class, people were like, how do you do that? And I was like, because I'm reading a lot of books. I love to research. I love knowledge. And also through college, it was the same stuff. I never really studied that much because for me, study was simply reading, was simply researching. I was feeding my brain. And I remember one day I was really little. I'm going to share the story with you guys. I think I was around 11 years old or something like that. And me and my father, we went at the British Museum, at the library of the British Museum. And I remember looking at that giant library and saying, wow. I said to my dad, when I'm going to read all these books, I want to read them all. And my dad laughed at me and said, well, you're not going to, but it's going to be very fun trying. And that's so true. It was a journey, and still it is, a journey of knowledge, empowering yourself and empowering your brain. Question and study. I understand that university, especially if you're American, in college can be very expensive, but I believe if we really are light workers, if we really want to build a new earth, we also can do it from within the society, from the inside. So go out and study and become the next politicians, become the next successful people outside in the world, become the next artist, the next musician, so you can manifest the things that you want. You can manifest a life and an earth that is lived through the principle of love, compassion, and forgiveness. We can do this, guys. We can really live the life that we want, and we can contribute with the world. But we can contribute from the inside by becoming knowledgeable, by studying things, and by creating a new earth. I truly believe in this, and I think it's very important, especially if you're very young, that you cultivate your dreams, and you cultivate also within through studying and reading books. So again, maybe less phone, more books, more music, and more interaction with other people and with your brain. Again, I'm not against technology. I mean, I'm on YouTube. What do you say? I'm not against technology. I think technology is amazing, but only when it's used in a healthy way. I hope these habits will help you reprogram your brain for success and connecting to your higher self into the angelic realm. I truly believe that we can have a healthy body, an abundant life, a healthy lifestyle, and also a life that is connected to our spirit, so our soul can manifest and can live the journey that it came here to live. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Subscribe to the channel for more videos, channel message, spiritual insights. Like this video and share it. And remember the smartphone challenge, 7 days where you don't look at the phone the first hours in the morning. Comment down below to share your stories, and maybe come back to this video after you finish the 7 days challenge, the smartphone challenge, so you tell me if you noticed any improvement. And again, keep in mind, you're never wrong if you follow love. Bye, everyone.